When we think of Tudor Christmas, we picture roaring fires, lavish entertainment, greenery everywhere. But nothing captures the season quite like the food. And nobody, absolutely nobody, feasted like King Henry VIII. I'm historian and author Claire Ridgway, and for day 2 of my Tudor Christmas Advent series, we're stepping into the royal kitchens to uncover what Henry VIII really ate at Christmas, and just how spectacular Tudor feasting could be. Although Advent was a month of restraint, fasting and spiritual preparation, that all changed the moment the bells rang out for midnight mass on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. From that moment onwards, the Tudors believed in making up for lost time, and that meant food, drink and hospitality on a grand scale. Christmas was the season when even ordinary households stretched their budgets. But at court, the celebrations were breathtaking. In his very first Christmas as king in 1509, Henry VIII spent the equivalent of £13.5 million in today's money. Feasting wasn't just food, it was power, prestige and performance. So what did the king's table actually look like? Well, picture this. Long boards groaning under the weight of roasted meats, gilded dishes shimmering in the candlelight, sugary sculptures sparkling like jewels, and servers carrying in platters accompanied by pipes, drums and trumpets. For the wealthy, Christmas meant meat, and lots of it. Henry VIII's table would have featured goose, capons, partridges, pheasants, veal, venison, quails, larks, rabbits, heron, and for the showiest households, like the royal one, even roast swan or peacock, its feathers reattached after cooking so it could be carried in like some kind of mythical creature. One of the most dramatic dishes was the cockatrice, the front half of a pig stitched to the back half of a capon and roasted as a single beast. Pure theatre and pure Tudor. Another symbol of wealth was the boar's head, boned and stuffed with a rich forcemeat of porks, herbs, currants and eggs, an apple placed in its mouth. It would be carried in with ceremony while musicians played and onlookers sang the famous Boar's Head Carol. At court, this display was tradition. In the city of London, the butcher's company processed a boar's head through the streets, a custom that still happens today. Rich households might also serve the astonishing Tudor Christmas pie, a turkey stuffed with a goose, stuffed with a chicken, stuffed with a partridge, stuffed with a pigeon, all enclosed in a huge coffin-shaped crust. Tudor food was nothing if not ambitious. And I mentioned turkey there. In the 1520s, a new delicacy arrived in England, turkey. Although goose remained the traditional Christmas meat for many, turkey quickly became a fashionable high-status choice. If the meats were impressive though, the banqueting course was where Tudor cooks truly dazzled. Sugar was expensive, a sign of extreme wealth. So the more sugared creations you served, the more powerful you appeared. At Henry VIII's Christmas table, you might find marchpane, ornate almond paste sculptures gilded and decorated. Leech, a milk and rosewater sweet cut into jewelled cubes. Gilded lemons and fruits for decoration. Sugar plate moulded into walnuts, eggs, even miniature animals. And beautifully spiced Tudor favourites such as gingerbread, quince marmalade, Warden pies and tarts. Served alongside these were strong Christmas ales, mulled wine, hippocras and warm spiced drinks like lamb's wool, made with hot ale or cider mixed with apples and nutmeg. It was sweet, rich, fragrant and utterly extravagant. Even for those far removed from palace splendour, Christmas was the moment to enjoy foods that they might not taste at any other time of year. Pork was plentiful thanks to November's Martinmas slaughtering. Frumenty, a spiced wheat porridge, was a staple. And if you were lucky, you might enjoy goose, rabbit, or even a small joint of beef. And, of course, the minced pie. These early mince pies were large rectangular crib-shaped to symbolise the nativity and contained real minced meat, usually mutton, along with fruit and spices. Tradition held that you must stir the mince clockwise for good luck in the coming year. Food and entertainment were inseparable during the Tudor Christmas season. While courtiers feasted, waits played in the halls below. Mummers processed in costume, and ordinary people crowded into warm kitchens and tap rooms for singing, storytelling and games. Philip Stubbs, in his work Anatomy of Abuses of 1583, might have complained that Christmas was a time of overspending, eating, drinking and mischief. But to the Tudors, feasting was joy. It was community, abundance and celebration, a moment where even the poorest hoped to taste something special. And of course, for kings like Henry VIII, Christmas was a chance to show the world the magnificence of his court. Thank you for joining me for day 2 of our countdown to Christmas. I hope you've enjoyed stepping into the kitchens of Tudor England today. And by the way, I will share in the description links to some of my Tudor cooking videos so that you can actually enjoy some of the things that I've mentioned. Tomorrow for day 3, we'll explore gifts, when they were given and what they might look like for a king or queen. And if you're enjoying this series, please do give this video a like, subscribe and ring that all important notification bell so you don't miss the next instalment. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. In honor of the King of Bliss, which on this day to be served is in regiments